Hey everybody, I'm Tyler from Plastic Weekly here at the Canadian Open Bouldering Nationals, and I'm here with Alex Fritz. He's the head route setter and head coach at Vertical World Redmond in Seattle, right? Now, you had a bit of a rough year at US Nationals. Can you tell me a bit about your season, your plans, and how it all ended up?
Well, I competed at 3 of the 4 National Cup Series leading up to the Open Nationals, and I had a rough start to the season. I placed 18th at Battle of the Bay, and then I had 2 really close calls, missing finals by an attempt and a 5-point hold for the last 2 National Cup Series, and then I missed semifinals at Open Nationals by 2 falls.
That's not the way you want it to go, right?
No.
You're not a stranger to Canada. Of course, you're here competing. You're not coaching. You were with us 2 years ago, back when Nationals was held in Vancouver, and you won the thing. I don't know how else to put it. You knocked Sean McCall a notch down on the podium. First of all, why are you spending this time in Canada? What makes you want to come to these comps? Like, you're from Seattle. You came to Toronto for this one. So what's in it for you?
Glory, obviously, but I think this is the only way that I get to compete at competitions that include the IFSC scoring system. Cool. Obviously, the U.S. is known for flip-flopping their scoring system back and forth. This year's is pretty good. I do like it, but the setting style, very volume-heavy, very body positioning, technical. We don't really get that in the U.S., so it's nice for me to be able to compete on stuff that I feel like I excel at, and Canada does well at that. So.
Cool. I've talked with some other people in the past about how there are a lot of areas of the United States and of Canada where we're closer to our American neighbors than our Canadian neighbors. And Seattle's one of those spots where you're so close to the Vancouver area. Do you and your team get a chance to come up to Canada? Is there like a strong bond between Washington and British Columbia on your end?
Yeah, so we have kids that tend to go to almost every single local event in SCBC, as well as compete at the provincials. For Boulder season, just a couple weekends ago, we had 3 Vertical World athletes that competed at Youth Nationals, and I think 2 out of 3 of them placed on the podium, and the 3rd was 4th place, so yeah.
And I think I'm going to wrap up just kind of asking you about some like state of American bouldering. There's so many strong boulders in the States. Like, you guys have such an incredible heritage starting on real rock, and it reflects in your comp climbing. You're an incredible climber. You've knocked down Canada's best climber, yet unfortunately this year, a bad year. It shows how deep the American field is, right? You take all of that and then you say, well, like, where are the Americans at the World Cups? What is it, what's going on that makes you guys avoid going out to those comps? Is there something you don't like about them, or is just the support not there?
The support definitely isn't there. USA Climbing the last year has been working really hard at building a program for our elite level athletes to compete at the World Cup circuit. I think obviously funding has always been the biggest problem for both Canada and USA Climbing, and we're just starting to, with the Olympics on the horizon, get into the spot where we're able to support the athletes. But I think, like you said, bouldering historically is so outdoor based and out on the real rock, and it's really hard to draw people like Daniel Woods or Alex Fritz away from those comps. And I mean, you saw it in Daniel's performance at Open Nationals. He climbs well on qualifiers, but when it starts to, actually test comp climbing skills, it's not there. And it's because they're not spending time training.
Well, I hope you had a good day in qualifiers right now, but there's a guy lurking behind me, so I'm going to throw the mic to him. There you go, man.
Alex, how you doing?
Good, Pete. How are you?
Good. I'm glad you came down here. Yeah. And last time you were here, you definitely came in as the lone American. I might have said some things.
You called me a cheeky bastard, I think.
I did call you a cheeky bastard. I wanted to set the record straight that we are psyched to have our American friends come up here, but I cannot promise you protection if you win again this time. I kind of want to see you get right up there, but I can't promise that you'll get out of here with your legs intact if you win the comp.
I wouldn't blame you, given the state of America's representation in the world right now. So, yeah, I understand coming in and winning would be a little bit harsh a second time.
But I'm glad you're here, and I'm psyched that you want to come to Canadian Comp and throw down with us. And, man, just rip it up.
I appreciate it. Thank you.